Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and joining me in the studio now is Judy Chepchuk, who is the Executive Director of Friends of Kids with Cancer. So Judy, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, so glad to have you here. And a long-standing organization in St. Louis.
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
20 years. And
we're
you've been
very
there.
excited to be celebrating our 20th anniversary.
I bet. And you probably have tons of fun things going on this year.
Yes.
Is it 2012 is the 20th year?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So we're almost at the end of the celebration.
Right. Well, we haven't, you know, we're always celebrating,
Of
you know,
course.
with the kids and everything like that. So we didn't have any kind of a big gala or anything like that. We just had our regular festivities and things like that.
Yeah, but like you said, you're always celebrating because you guys are about doing really great things for these kids in our community. So let's talk about the history 20 years ago. Yeah. How did it start?
You know, it was in Dr. Bergamini's office out at Mercy Children's Hospital, which was St. John's. And the kids who were coming in for their treatment, they just thought, they are robbed of their childhood, and they thought, you know what, we need to make them happy and look forward to coming to treatment and just give them back the smiles that are taken away from them. They're so miserable. They miss school. They miss so many things in their childhood. It's taken away from them. So two of the moms, and actually one of them was my best friend, Molly Henry, and Susie Snowden and Jill Turek were the ones that came up with this idea to have a toy closet. And so when the kids came in, they got to get a new toy from the toy closet. And 20 years ago, it was probably a $1 toy. Now it's a $20 toy or something like that. Right. But the parents would report back that the children are really looking forward to coming because they know it's going to be a party instead of crying and screaming and don't want to get in the car and thinking about having a spinal tap or anything like that. So they came up with this concept. And then unfortunately, Molly lost her daughter Ellen at 2 years. And that was the first time that donations were made to Friends of Kids with Cancer. And that kind of gave the seed money. And it just has blossomed from there.
It has grown and grown. So do you know, and I don't want to catch you off guard, but how many children have been helped through the organization?
Oh my gosh. Well, they say new diagnoses just in St. Louis are usually about 300 a year. And then we also treat the siblings. I'm going to talk about that because that's such a huge part of our mission and everything. So it would be tough to come up with a number. You know, usually the protocol might be 3 years, but then there are some that go forever and they relapse. And so it's a very difficult question to answer. But
it's safe to say hundreds of children and families, maybe thousands in this community have been affected by Friends of Kids with Cancer. Everyone's heard about you guys. And you have been executive director now for 11 years. So you joined 20 years ago as a volunteer and now you are leading the helm.
It was a dream job. You know, I just thought, oh my gosh, I wish I could just retire and just volunteer all the time. But unfortunately, that lottery ticket didn't work, so I had to take the job. But it's not a job to me. I feel guilty getting paid. It's just so rewarding.
Yeah, so what are some of the rewards? How do you feel rewarded?
You know what? You just feel so fulfilled seeing the smiles on the kids' faces. And what is so amazing, we treat the whole family. That whole family unit is really suffering. It's just not the patient. You know, the siblings don't know what's going on. Mom and dad are gone. There's a lot of arguing going on. Sometimes they lose their jobs. And, you know, the whole family is just torn apart.
And the sick child's getting a lot of attention.
A lot of attention. A lot of attention. Those siblings are feeling, we call them the lost generation, you know, because they really are feeling, you know, like they're just being ignored. And why is she getting all the attention? And, hey, what about me? You know, so the siblings are entitled to all of our programs. They get to go to the toy closet. They get to come to all of our parties. If they're struggling in school, they can be tutored and things like that.
Nice. So there's a fight to go to the doctor's office on
visit
days.
Yeah,
we all want to go.
Yeah.
We all want to go. Well, I can see it in your eyes. I don't know if we can see it on your camera, but it's just your eyes are lit up with excitement for what you're doing.
It's something that people don't think about. You know. Usually when a child is diagnosed, everybody flocks, you know, at the beginning. It's like if you lose someone or a grandparent, everybody brings food and they want to help, and then all of a sudden, everybody gets back to their own lives. They can't keep this up. And that's kind of where we step in. The first thing we do is give them a gift certificate or a gift. It might be a $200 or $300 gift, whatever they want. You know, it's not a cure. It's not going to get rid of the cancer, but for that moment, that teenager who's losing her hair and not being able to play sports gets to go to West County or one of the shopping centers and buy something. It's going to make her feel good.
Absolutely. You guys are doing fun. You're the fun people to visit.
It is. It's fun, you know, and so our programs are divided into educational, emotional, and recreational. So the educational, we have a tutor and a scholarship program and testing. The long-term effects of chemotherapy are just drastic, you know, and you can be an A student and then all of a sudden after a year or two of treatment, you just, it's all gone. And it's so depressing.
Oh, okay. So we have so much to talk about.
I know,
Obviously.
I'm sorry.
No. This is great. It's good stuff. We do need to take a quick break. Unfortunately, we have to do that on TV.
That's great.
But when we come back, so excited because we have one of your very special little princesses who's going to join us, Ari. So we will see her in just a minute. And we will be back with much more when we return. But remember, in the meantime, to keep up with STL TV and all the things going on around St. Louis, friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can always watch us streaming live on STLTV.net. We'll be back with more after this.